The San Francisco 49ers offseason is already off to an absolutely insane start. We've got all kinds of drama popping up, social media stuff, per usual, to be expected. But let's get into it. Brandon Aiyuk, a very close friend of Brandon Aiyuk as well, someone who's in his inner circle, posted some things to social media, and it got a lot of people talking about Brandon Aiyuk's future with the San Francisco 49ers. Well, today is kind of the exit interviews that are going on. It's really like the last time the media will have availability with players. Players are cleaning out their lockers, all those different types of things, and then they go away for the offseason. But we got Brandon Aiyuk's reaction on all of this, and so Matt Lively was able to get some and ask some great questions to BA, and you can see that Brandon Aiyuk is definitely visibly emotional, and I'll show another clip as well that just shows how emotional BA is. But I want to get you BA's reaction. I want to show you how emotional he is, and then if you're still trying to understand, like, why are we even talking about this to begin with, I'll also have some additional context for you on the other side. But take a look at BA's reactions right here.
Brandon, there's been some stuff on social media. Is there a certain message that you want to get out there as you kind of enter this offseason and there might be contract talks?
A certain message? No.
Is your hope to remain with the 49ers moving forward?
If that's the right move, yeah.
What would that right move look like for you?
Being a champion.
What point are you at this?
What are you going to remember most about this particular roster this past season?
Just
Is this stuff locked up?
Just guys that came in that were to be champions every single day.
Brandon, is this the hardest postseason last year that you've ever experienced?
As you can see, Brandon Aiyuk is definitely emotional. It's really tough, especially after a loss like that and a year that he had, a career year. And again, going into a off season where he absolutely will be looking to get paid. I really don't believe that Brandon Aiyuk has any plans on playing on a franchise tag. So I think there's really two options here. It's either get a new deal or, I don't know, maybe play elsewhere. But he's not playing on a franchise tag this season, and he doesn't deserve to play on a franchise tag. So it's going to be very interesting to see how it all plays out. But in case you're just like getting caught up to speed, maybe you're not seeing the social media whirlwind that has been happening. Pat McAfee reacted to this, and he does a great job of kind of contextualizing it all. So I'm going to show you what Pat McAfee had to say, his kind of reaction to it, to kind of tie this whole thing together, and then I'll give you my thoughts on it as well.
Just like who else is getting franchise tagged, they're saying?
Brandon Aiyuk.
Yeah,
Brandon Aiyuk.
they're talking about.
Hey, what's going on with Brandon Aiyuk? So his brother posted on Instagram stories, and then he also, I believe, posted on Instagram stories. You know, kind of cryptic, but we're all just like, this is certainly them not happy about how the Super Bowl went. And Drayshawn Hudson, this is the exact reason why we leave in San Francisco. Mm-hmm. Thank you, 49ers, for drafting my brother. We are forever grateful. BA to Vegas. Why does your all-pro 1,300-yard receiver have 3 catches in the Super Bowl? I mean, those are valid questions by most fans of the San Francisco 49ers. And then Aiyuk also posted, don't forget what got you there.
Yikes.
With the eyeball emojis. I don't know who he's talking to there. I don't know if he's talking to Kyle Shanahan. I don't know if he's talking to Brock Purdy. I don't know if he's talking to his brother. I don't know if he's talking to, maybe something that we have no idea it's going on about, maybe a business opportunity he's a part of. But everybody's automatically assuming he's saying it towards the Niners. And I would like to be on record as saying that Brandon Aiyuk this year became a clear number one wide receiver for the team. Brandon Aiyuk made a lot of money for himself going into free agency as a wide receiver with the year that he had. Now, will he get franchise tag? Probably still a shit ton of money. Nobody likes franchise tag. I hope everybody gets a long-term contract and gets the maximum value that they have earned and deserve. But it's like sometimes some games, like things aren't going to go right. Spagnola's defense is something that has been talked about over the last 3 weeks as being maybe the greatest defense that has been assembled during a playoff run. And now he is the one that is actually leading this particular year for this entire dynasty. So maybe there's a chance that Brandon Aiyuk doesn't have the great, maybe he gets eliminated from a game. Yeah. Maybe Brock Purdy misses Aiyuk a few times. It's like, I don't like the immediate burial of team whenever something does not go right, especially whenever you are about to make a bunch of money and everybody views you being a fantastic wide receiver and a great guy. Now, I appreciate the fact that they feel like they got to call somebody out and remind them, like, hey, this is the guy. We all agree with that. But man, that is just like that sucks.
Don't love it publicly, but
me neither.
He's a wide receiver. He's a wide receiver, so I'm buying stock in Brandon Aiyuk. Every year he's taking a step, and obviously you want the ball. And Kansas City Chiefs played a ton of man-to-man coverage. So as a number one wide receiver, if I'm getting man coverage, I don't care who's across from me, McDuffie, Snead. Give me an opportunity, throw me the ball. So I understand his frustration. Don't love the social media part of it, but as a number one wide receiver, we saw it with Kelsey. The first half, like, hey,
tackled in.
It wasn't on IG, but hey, I'm gonna get right in your face right now. Get me the damn ball. So maybe go that route. Maybe give Shanahan a little.
And also, I would love that Brandon Aiyuk in Indianapolis.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Brother, you're gonna love this place. You say you're going to Vegas. You guys need to maybe see Indianapolis. Look at this. Look at this.
Come on. That's how the sky looks every night.
That's it.
I just looked it up on Spotrac. He's on his 5th-year option next season. So that would actually be like that'd be like a get out of here situation.
They picked it up?
Yeah, they picked it up before the season. I think it's like 14.8 or 14.9.
So he wants long-term deal.
Yeah.
Or he wants out.
That's like half the top of the market.
Yeah, well.
Tyreek.
I think and they're thinking about 30, 40 million potentially for Justin Jefferson. Who knows what he's going to end up making in this entire market. So that wide receiver market's only going to change, I think, as the years go on, as the offense continues to grow what it is. But it just feels like a new trend.
Yeah.
People just burying their teams. It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's so, like, you do what you got to do, I guess, business-wise, and whatever makes you happy. And if this ends up working for Brandon Aiyuk, whether he gets a long-term deal, or he gets a ball more, or he gets happy, whatever the case, he gets to move on, whatever he wants to do, it's like, it's just an uncomfortable situation whenever you're trying to build a squad, try to win a damn Super Bowl, but you got to get your money, I guess.
So as you guys know, Brandon Aiyuk is someone that I really appreciate. He's a guy, we interviewed him last year. I got to talk to him this week multiple times. He's a guy that I mess with really heavy. And, we have conversations offline and stuff like that. So it's just an interesting situation in general, but I totally understand it. And I definitely understand where Brandon Aiyuk's coming from. Now, I'm not prepared right now to share exactly where he's coming from. I want to give this a little bit of time to breathe a little bit and kind of gather some more information. But it's a tough situation, and I really do think that Brandon wants to play with the 49ers, but I also believe there are some other things that need to get cleared up as well. So we just kind of have to see how it all plays out, and what I'm going to do, from here on out is just kind of monitor the situation, just kind of see what happens, see which way we go, and go from there. But I do think we will get some more information about this. I don't think this will be the last, like, Brandon Aiyuk's just going to go away and go to Cabo, and then we'll never talk about this again, and we'll just have to figure out what's going to happen. I would imagine that we will get some additional insight pretty soon, but we'll see. Again, we got to just wait and see. So we got to wait and see how this whole thing plays out. Obviously, if you're a 49er fan, you want Brandon Aiyuk here. You want him to be a forever Niner. He's a fan favorite. I talk to you guys all the time about BA. I know you guys got major love for BA, just like I do. So the ultimate goal is to keep Brandon Aiyuk here, but we have to see. We understand that the NFL is a business, and there are other things at play that maybe we as fans don't necessarily think about all the time. So it's just something that we have to keep in mind. And so, as I said, this is a ongoing situation. I don't think there's any, finality of it one way or the other. It's just a situation that, hey, the offseason is now, so we know what it is. That means contract talk time. And so that means we got to figure it out, if you're concerned about BA leaving, there's a good chance he stays, and we'll see. There's maybe an opportunity where he goes as well. So again, we just have to monitor it. We've been here before. I think that's one of the positive things is, with the situation with Deebo Samuel, him requesting the trade publicly and all those different types of things. Ultimately, in the end, he was signed. So there is some precedent for this prior, but again, we just have to wait and see. Let me know what you think about this whole Brandon Aiyuk situation in the comments below. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe for more updates.